welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Cutlery Outdoors. An unboxing rendition, but I already unboxed it. It's kind of an introductory rendition to Rosecraft, to two new knives. You know who Rosecraft is if you watch the channel. Listen, this is the Appalachian Jack. Slip joint, Appalachian Jack. That's the way Mr. Andy says it. That's the way we'll say it. The Appalachian Jack. Appalachian Jack, Appalachian. Y'all get it. Okay, if you don't, you should. This, I've said this many, many times. Of course, I say everything many, many times. I'm the most redundant human being on earth. There's good and bad to that, and we'll discuss that at a later date. The thing is this, I've said this a lot. This is the only slip joint I carry. Didn't say it was the only one I would ever carry. Slippies are something I'm getting into. I've always loved them, right? Because I'm old. I'm like 51. Hard to believe. I know. A rough 40 probably, but not 51. But alas, I am. So there's a lot of tradition there. My grandfather carried them, and it's something that, you know, I've always, now Blackie Thomas always says that I'm into tactical knives. I love all knives. I love Blackie, but not. I don't like tactical as much as he thinks I does. Okay, I love traditional. I love Blackie. I sent Blackie one of these, right? We're getting way off base. So here's what I want to do. I wanted to show y'all this because this is one of the most, I just love the damn knife. If I don't have my Mohawk on me, and everybody knows I carry a Mohawk from Rosecraft blades, and here's what I'm going to do. In the description, I'm going to put a link to Rosecraft blades, okay? Now, I'm not walking over there and getting a Mohawk because that's not what the video is about. I do want to tell you about this knife, the CJRB More My Leah. It's designed by Swags. I'm going to do the video this weekend. I'm not sure when I'm going to set it up. I'll release it, but I'll put it on my community page. I've been wanting to do this knife. This was a gift from JS Bladecraft from Joe Love, or Joe Steele. It's Joe Steele. He changes about every 3 days. So this was from Joe Steele for me at Christmas. I love it. Absolutely do. The More My Leah. Not Rosecraft, but CJRB, and Swags is at Rosecraft now, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. Plus, it's red and black, and I love it. So there's that. I got two knives I'm going to show you. It's going to be a fast video. Before I show you those knives, there was a time in this country where 22 veterans a day took their own lives. Now, depending on what stat you read, what day you read it, that number fluctuates, right? The number 22 isn't at 22 anymore. So here's what we do. We focus on the number 0. Anything above 0 is simply unacceptable. Now, I'm not a vet. Don't pretend to be. Never acted like I was. My wife is. My son is. I'm not. But veterans' causes are on my heart. And that's the only thing out of all this I want you to know is you're welcome here. You have a place here. You can watch an idiot run around with a knife for 10 or 15 minutes a day, and if I can take your mind off it, that's what I want to do. You're welcome here. We're back to blue over here. We support Leo, all to the chagrin of many. How do you do that, Scab? Well, we don't break the damn law. Now, I did before. I don't now, but if I do, because I just mentioned I have, I accept responsibility for it. And finally, if you aren't at it, never quit quitting. So let's just jump in this thing, man. Now, I shot this once before. I got everything set up, got everything good to go, and got right down to shooting it because y'all know how well organized old Scabber is. I forgot the damn names of the knives. I literally read the papers like, I got it, threw it in the damn trash can, so I had to stop. That's just, it's late. I know it's late, but I love these knives and I want to bring them to you. So I had to dig my ass in the trash can, that a boy Scab. First one I'm going to bring you is the Little Riverbend Skinner. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm absolutely in love with this knife. This is an awesome knife. And I mentioned Joe from JS Bladecraft. Joe will be able to show his cinematography is just awesome. And guys, listen, there are a ton of Rosecraft ambassadors that have wonderful channels. You need to check them out. They're far more knowledgeable than I am. That's a fact. I don't do the tabletop stuff because my knife acumen shit, but I can use one. Grew up using one, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to do some, I'm not going to say hard use, because we try to use common sense with what we do, especially with slip joints. You know, I'm not going to go out there and baton the hell out of it. We'll do some slicing, some dicing, and I'll give you a look at the knife. But I just want to give you a quick look here, man. This is nostalgia personified for me. I absolutely adore this knife. If there was anything I would do different, and listen to what I'm telling you, this ain't a knock. I'm not a knife designer. I don't pretend to be one. I don't play one on YouTube. I just don't. This is a personal preference because I would have done the scales in black only because this ain't a knock. It's not a slam. I love the knife. I love the white on the knife, but I know old scabbard. I sandblast and I powder coat. In about a week, this is going to be black. That's it. That's the only reason I'm saying that. Now, when I retire something, that's different. But work and things like that, and man, it's just gorgeous. Now, I haven't looked anything up. If you watch the channel, you know I don't do that. I will once I do the review. I mean, I do specs and all, but this is D2 steel, I believe. So let's see just a quick. Well, I tore the shit out of it. That ain't good. There it is. There it is. All right. So that's one thing I wanted to say real quick. And I'm not saying a whole lot tonight. It's going to be a quick one. But one thing, the walk and talk on this one's good as well. I don't know what the hell that means. I hear everybody else say it, so I say it too. But it seems to be good. I know what it means. I ain't as dumb as I look. Which, thank God, they'd have me in a home or something. Their packaging is actually super dope. I'm going to show you this one. This was the Little Riverbend Skinner. I love it. This is what you get when you order. I'm telling you guys, now that one, and I am looking, I'm cheating, but that one was like $42.99, $43. For what you get, dude, it's unbelievable. Now this next one, I'm in love with. So the Appalachian Jack is no longer the only Slippy I'll carry. I can, and I'm not just saying that for the camp. I mean, I don't make shit off of these. I ain't trying to. I'm just telling you, I love this one. This is the Clinch River Swayback. This thing is, say it with me, kids, super dope. I love the handle scales. I love everything about this knife. I have no idea what it's made of. I'll look it up, but I'm just saying, this thing, and I thought the Skinner was going to be my favorite, and I love it. Now, let me say this very quickly. It's going to take a lot to surpass that Appalachian Jack as far as a work user knife. That's what we do here at CCO, CBO, whatever he calls. Choir Boys Outdoors. We work with our knives, right? Oh, I love that. See, it's going to take a lot to surpass the Appalachian Jack, but I can see some contenders. I don't have a swayback, so I am super stoked about this one. I'm going to bring you reviews. I don't want to give you a false time. Probably in the next couple weeks, we'll get a review out on both. Like I said, the more my Leo will be tomorrow. I'm shooting it tomorrow and then whatever. Let's check the sharpness. Well, that glides. That's one thing, man, that I take a lot of joy in, knowing when I get and I'm dead serious, man. I try to associate myself, and I'm not kidding, I'm not being smart, I'm not being ugly, but I try to associate myself with a couple kinds of people in the knife world, okay? One is hardworking. Rosecraft is that. They have they're shooting for a 5-year plan to move a manufacturing plant into Maryville, Tennessee. I believe in hard work. If you watch 5 minutes of YouTube, you've seen a short from Old Scabbard. I try to put out a long form 5 or 6 days, so I identify with people that work and with people that grind. I do. That's who I want to be around. I want to be around people that work. I want to be around good people. They're awesome people. Mr. Andy, Miss Swags, Hawkins, Chase, they're awesome folks. The other thing I want to be around is people that have sharp knives, that's quality. And listen to what I'm telling you. They don't make the knife now. They get it manufactured overseas and bring it in, but they QC it. There's a lot to be said for that. They can be like, it looks good, send it out. No. I've yet to get a Rosecraft knife that was dull. That's a fact. And just so y'all know, this is the Yellow Pages. And yes, it's that old. So when you see it hang up or something, a lot of times it's not the damn knife. It's that it's probably a 20-year-old phone book. And that's thanks to JR for that. Yeah, this thing's wicked. I'm going to. See, here's what sucks. I'm gonna wrap this up. It doesn't suck. It's just the way I do my reviews. I like to give you the best look because, and although I don't look as old as I am, that's a fact we can't ignore. I want to give you the best look at this knife, and I know I said that because my dashing good looks a lot of times will take away from a knife. But I won't carry this knife, or I won't use this knife because I don't do reviews. We do demonstrations. I don't want to wear on the edge until I wear on the edge. So, as much as I love these two, the reviews will be coming soon, or at least the demonstrations, or at least they'll be filmed because these are badass, and I really want to carry these for a while. I love the way. Anyway, we'll get into it. So you got the sway back. Let me pull out the little river bend there, give you a side by side, and then we're going to call it a day. Again, check out JS Bladecraft. Women carry knives, a therapeutic edge, and then of course JB would be Red EDC. And I know I'm leaving somebody out, and I'm so sorry. I know Thrasher did a couple of really good reviews on their stuff. Check him out. Donnie B All Day did one on the Mohawk. Check out D. I love him. Matter of fact, I'm probably going to send Donnie 6 or 7 of these Rosecrafts and let him check them out. But give you a good look right here, the sway back and the Skinner. Man, those are just dope, and they're beautiful. I bought, and I'm not kidding, I bought Blackie Thomas one, but I bought Blackie one of the Appalachian Jacks. I think that much of the knife, and I wouldn't send a knife to somebody like that seriously, that I don't think a lot of. So let me give you a good look at those. Super dope. Listen, here's what you need to remember. I'm Scab. You're not. Be looking for these reviews. Love y'all. I'm gone, son.